When Amelia Bedelia arrived for work, she could not believe her eyes. "Oh my gosh," said Amelia Bedelia. "What has happened to the house?" "This is Terry," said Amelia Bedelia. "Mr. and Mrs. Rogers must need me. Someone has ruined their house." She ran to the front door. "Ah!" yelled Amelia Bedelia. "Help!" Mr. and Mrs. Rogers rushed outside. "Hold still," said Mrs. Rogers. "I will get the bats out of your belfry." "Ha!" said Mr. Rogers. "That will be a full-time job. She has made bats for years." "You are untangled, Amelia Bedelia. Come inside and relax." "Wow," said Amelia Bedelia. "Who wrecked your house?" "We did," said Mrs. Rogers. "We are getting ready for Halloween." "Is that tonight?" said Amelia Bedelia. "How did you forget?" said Mr. Rogers. "Those bats on the front porch have made you crazy." "Sorry," said Amelia Bedelia. "I have been very busy. I was at school helping children make their costume." "Good for you," said Mrs. Rogers. "We invited all of our neighbors for Halloween party. And you too. Tonight the best costume wins a prize." "Gosh," said Amelia Bedelia. "Your house looks so spooky." "Thank you," said Mrs. Rogers. "The spookier the better." "That's the idea," said Mr. Rogers. What fun, said Amelia Bedelia. I will help you clean up. No, you won't, said Mr. Rogers. I worked hard to get this place to look shabby. Then I will help you mess up, said Amelia Bedelia. What should I do first? Hand me the hammer, said Mr. Rogers. But first crack a window. It's gotten warm in here. Uh-oh, said Amelia Bedelia. I tried just to crack it, but it broke instead. Amelia Bedelia, said Mr. Rogers. I meant open the window a bit. It is open, said Amelia Bedelia. There are a lot of bits and pieces. It's not your fault, dear, said Mrs. Rogers. Besides, the broken window makes the house look truly haunted. Mr. Rogers shook his head and said, I think the both of you have gone batty. What is next? Asked Amelia Bedelia. Let's see, said Mrs. Rogers. A lot of people are coming tonight. We should add a leaf to the table. A leaf, said Amelia Bedelia. Yes, of course, said Mrs. Rogers. A leaf or two makes the table bigger. Do you know where we can find leaves? Of course I do, said Amelia Bedelia. Before you... Before you go, said Mr. Rogers, please hand me that which... That which what? Said Amelia Bedelia. Not what, said Mr. Rogers. Which? Which what? Said Amelia Bedelia. Not which what, said Mr. Rogers. That which there, with the pointy hat. Amelia Bedelia held up two witches. They both have pointy hats, she said. Which witch do you want? Whichever, said Mr. Rogers. No, I mean whichever which. Oh, skip it. Just go get those leaves. Amelia Bedelia skipped away.